Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to get this messy fishtail braid side bun. Starting out with Rachel's hair, I've already put some loose curls to add a little bit of a wave throughout her hair. Now I'm making a top section in which I will back comb with my brush, and you can either use a paddle brush, a wide tooth comb, or even a actual teasing comb for this, but basically what I'm wanting to do is just add some bulk to this top section because I want to have a lot of body coming out above the side bun. So you just sort of want to mess it up underneath there and get it as full as possible. Once you're done, bring that back over and smooth it out with your brush. Now I'm ready to put her side ponytail in. So I'm going to very loosely bring the hair over to the side, and I chose to do it on the side that she parts her hair. And I'm keeping out front pieces of her hair just to keep it nice and loose filling and not tied back tight at all. Keep grabbing and loosening the top of the hair so that you keep it as loose as possible. But we're still going to want to make sure that the ponytail is nice and snug so that it will stay in place once we're ready to braid and pin. Here I'm using a pretty thick elastic for her hair. She has a lot of hair. Depending on the thickness of your hair, you want to make sure that you get one that is going to be really tight once you're ready to pull all of it through. Once you've done that, make sure you're lifting and pulling up that hair that we just teased to keep that body and volume on top. Next, I'm going to section the hair off because I'll be putting two different fishtail braids in the hair. Here I'm starting with the left section. Divide your hair into two large sections, parting straight down the middle, and simply part it with your hands. This doesn't have to be perfect because I'm wanting it to look somewhat messy anyway. Next, you're going to be pulling a thin strand of hair from the outside of the left section first. Pull it over the top to the left of the left section and grasp it under the right section. Or in other words, the strand of the hair has gone over the left section and finishes under the right section. In general, try to use the same thickness for each strand throughout the braid so it will look more even. If you're a beginner, pulling it tighter helps you learn the method a little bit better. Once you've done that, you want to put a smaller elastic, one that'll be a little bit easier to hide once we're ready to pin our bun all together. I just stole some from my daughter, and they're mainly meant for little girls' hair. Here I'm doing the exact same braid and bringing it over to the other side when I have two different fishtail braids. If you have little hairs that are sticking out from your layers, it's no big deal. It's going to add to the whole look and feel of this style. Once again, once you're done with that, you want to take your elastic and make sure you get it nice and tight and just go down as far as you can with that braid. Now I'm going to be pinning my buns into the style. I'm going to be using two different types of pins for the hair. Here I'm using a bobby pin, and I'm actually going up into the braid and then pulling it down to secure it into the hair. I'm not actually making an exact bun with this first section. I'm just making almost sort of a U shaping and pinning it in place. Then I'm taking the second braid and I'm looping it right in, or more or less under that first loop. And again, I'm taking bobby pins and I'm going to go up into the braid and then secure it down just to really lock it in and make sure that it's nice and tight. You want to make sure that you're showing off the actual braid and not just smashing everything together. So make sure you're showing the difference in the two different braids. Now I'm going to bring this first rubber band in and really make sure that I hide that and loop it under and take my second braid and do the exact same thing. The second one's going to look more like an actual bun. And just tuck everything in underneath so that you can't see your rubber band. You can kind of watch it as you go and just make sure that you're keeping everything really loose and messy looking, but still finished off and polished. I'm going up and really securing that in. Now I'm taking hairpins, and the difference in a hairpin and a bobby pin is that the bobby pins are going to be a lot tighter, firmer hold. They're going to be used to really hold things in place, whereas a hairpin is going to loosely bring things together without making such a firm grip. It's going to more or less keep it nice and neat looking without all the strong hold that the bobby pins will do in place for you. So I'm just taking those hairpins and more or less keeping everything together but still loose looking. Once you've got that in and secured a little bit tighter, you can keep pulling up that teasing that we did before just to keep it nice and have lots of volume there on top. Now the front is a little heavy. She has a little bit more of a bang, so I don't want all of that down. I'm going to loosely pull it back and use once again one of those hairpins because I don't want it really tight. I just want it to sort of be swept back. Any rubber bands that are showing, you can just retuck and pull that hair down over and make sure that it's nice and hid well. I'm actually using a bobby pin here to make sure that it's really snug and held tight. And there you go, there is our messy, fun fishtail side braid. It's a very quick, fun, easy do, and perfect for any occasion. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.